Let us now leave this short-range timeline to examine this long-range timeline. Firstly, let us mark the key year 2017, which is when the tribulation begins. Next, let us mark the year 4004 BC, which according to James Ussher was when the creation week noted in Genesis chapter 1 took place. Next, the birth of Noah in approximately 3000 BC. Then the birth of Abraham in approximately 2000 BC. The reign of David in approximately 1000 BC. The birth of Christ in 3 BC. And the end of the millennium in 3024 AD, which is 1000 years after the tribulation ends in 2024 AD. This is known as God's Great Week, where a day is equal to 1000 years. Let us examine further how God counts time. In 2349 BC, according to Bishop Ussher's timeline, the global flood took place. Before the flood, a solar year was 360 days, and a lunar month was 30 days. See Genesis chapter 7, verses 11 and 24, and Genesis chapter 8, verses 3 and 4. Where 150 days exactly are counted between the 17th of the second month, when the flood began, and the 17th of the seventh month, when the water abated. After the water abated, the earth divided. See Genesis chapter 10, verse 25. Changing the calendar to 365.24 days per solar year and 29.53 days per lunar month. Revelation chapter 11 verses 2 and 3 and Revelation chapter 12 verses 6 and 14 also tell us that a biblical year is 360 days and a biblical month is equal to 30 days. In 1948, Israel became born again, fulfilling Isaiah chapter 66 verse 8. Who hath heard such a thing? Who hath seen such things? Shall the earth be made to bring forth in one day? Or shall a nation be born at once? For as soon as Zion travailed, she brought forth her children. This occurred on the 15th of May, 1948, which just happened to be Pentecost. The first full biblical day Israel experienced as a modern nation was Pentecost. Let us now turn to the Babylonian captivity. In 605 BC, Babylonian captivity begins. Daniel chapter 9 verse 2. In the first year of his reign, I, Daniel, understood by the books the number of the years, whereof the word of the Lord came to Jeremiah the prophet, that he would accomplish 70 years in the desolations of Jerusalem. Jeremiah chapter 25 verse 12. And it shall come to pass, when 70 years are accomplished, that I will punish the king of Babylon, and that nation, saith the Lord, for their iniquity, and the land of the Chaldeans, and will make it perpetual desolations. Babylonian captivity ends in 536 BC. Ezekiel's siege of Jerusalem. Ezekiel lay on his side for 390 days for the iniquity of the house of Israel, and 40 days for the iniquity of the house of Judah, 1 day for each year, totaling 430 years. 430 years were to be recompensed. 70 of those years were recompensed through their Babylonian captivity, leaving 360 years unfulfilled. Because these 360 years were not recompensed, they were punished 7 times in accordance with Leviticus chapter 26, totaling 2,520 years. We therefore have 70 biblical years for the Babylonian captivity and 2,520 biblical years from when the Babylonian captivity ended until Pentecost 1948, when Israel became born again. We also therefore have 70 biblical years from Pentecost 1948 to 2017, when the tribulation begins. Let us now look at another timeline that uses biblical years to mark out time between two known historical dates. In 445 BC, the commandment to restore Jerusalem was given to Nehemiah from King Artaxerxes. Daniel prophesied that there would be 69 weeks until Messiah the Prince in Daniel chapter 9 verse 25. This happened in 32 AD when Jesus rode into Jerusalem on a donkey. There was therefore 483 biblical years, or 69 weeks, from the commandment to restore Jerusalem until Messiah the Prince. Daniel's 70th week has not yet been fulfilled, and will be fulfilled in the 7 years prior to the 1,000-year reign of Christ. Let us now look at another timeline which ends in 2017 and begins in 1414 BC. When the children of Israel crossed the river Jordan into the Promised Land. See Joshua chapter 3 for details regarding this event. We can verify the timing of this event through the life of Moses, who did not enter into the Promised Land and died at the age of 120 years. 40 years previously, in 1454 BC, Moses led the children of Israel out of Egypt and through the Red Sea, and unto a mountain known as Mount Sinai. It was at Mount Sinai that the first trumpet was blown and the first Pentecost took place. Exodus chapter 19 verse 16, And it came to pass on the third day in the morning that there were thunders and lightnings and a thick cloud upon the mount, and the voice of the trumpet exceeding loud, so that all the people that was in the camp trembled. Before we go to torahcalendar.com, take note that it is the third day of the week. In 1454 BC, Pentecost falls on the third day. If we zoom in on the 6th day of the third month, you can verify for yourself that it is indeed Pentecost, otherwise known in Hebrew as Shavuot. Shavuot means Feast of Weeks. The children of Israel began counting jubilees after they entered into the Promised Land in 1414 BC. There is exactly 70 jubilees from 1414 BC to 2017 AD. A jubilee is the 50th year after counting 7 sabbatical years, or 49 years. A jubilee is always kept after the 7th sabbatical year. Let us now refer to something that Jesus said in regards to the timing of his return. Matthew chapter 24 verses 32 to 35. Now learn a parable of the fig tree. When his branch is yet tender and putteth forth leaves, ye know that summer is nigh. So likewise ye, when ye shall see all these things, know that it is near, even at the doors. Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall not pass away. Israel is the fig tree. See Hosea chapter 9 verse 10 and Jeremiah chapter 24 verse 5. Let us now refer to something that Moses said in regards to how long a generation is. Psalm 90 verse 10. The days of our years are 80 years and 10, and if by reason of strength they be 80 years, yet is their strength labour and sorrow, for it is soon cut off and we fly away. A generation is between 70 and 80 years. This is particularly significant in regards to the rebirth of Israel that took place on Pentecost 1948 and the 70 biblical years that lands us in the year 2017. If we add 7 years for Daniel's 70th week, we have a total of 77 years, which fulfills Moses' prophetic psalm in regards to the length of a generation. Before we finish, let us look at one last thing in regards to God's great week. Creation, according to Bishop Ussher, was 4004 BC. The millennium ends in 3024 AD. This means we have 7028 years for God's Great Week. If we include the months of the age of the patriarchs and include the months of the reign of the kings, not previously recorded in the Bible, and allow 5 additional years for this period of time, we therefore have creation at 4009 BC. If we note the time from 4009 BC to the end of the millennial reign in 3024 AD, we have 7033 years. If we note the time from creation in 4009 BC to the fall of Adam in 3976 BC, then we have the age of Adam at the time of the fall at 33 years. This coincides with the age of Christ, who was also 33 years. God's Great Week is therefore 7,000 years exactly, plus 33 years for the life of Christ, the last Adam.